And we're live. Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us Play or Pass. And we have special guests that are with us today. So I'd like to give a shout out to Andrew and Blue for joining us today.
Hold on.
Are you balls?
Todd, we're not.
Huh?
Okay. We're not getting you. Dude. Okay, there you go, Todd.
You hear me now? You hear me now?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah, perfect.
So, all right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Blue's probably. I can hear your voice from the other side of the room. I don't need your microphone. Wait, you're on mute. All right. So, thanks for everybody joining the show. And the Atom Project, and so we're going to have a lot to talk about this. If you've not watched our show before, what this does is we'll give our review of these movies, and we welcome you to give your opinion on the side chat as we're talking through these, and then we'll also be voting for next week's movie. Let's see, anything else? How's everybody on the panel doing? Hopefully everybody. Blue, you're on. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Just make sure you're on mute, so whenever you need to talk, just make sure you unmute yourself. So everybody else, all right? We got plenty of the people.
Wow.
You're the
only guy in the world I know that could say that to his wife.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What did you say? I wasn't listening.
You can unmute yourself if you have something to say.
I did. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Blue.
He's saying I'm the only husband that could say something. Like so
hey,
thanks for everyone joining. Yeah, go ahead, Roger.
Good job on that intro, Dave. That looked great.
Yeah, and it definitely had that Marvel feel. I mean, I was excited for the show, and I'm excited to hear if you love or hate, play or pass these movies. So let's go ahead and you guys have probably watched the show before. Down below is the Telegram rooms. You can click on those links, go to our Telegram where you can vote for this week's picks as well as what you think of these movies. So welcome you to vote and let us know what you thought of these movies. So let's see. Let me share my screen here. Oh, not that one. This is my first time. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so this week's movies, if it will load. All right, so we got Spider-Man No Way Home and I guess I should have loaded this. My browsers want to be slow. So those are the two movies for this week. For next week's choices are Cheaper by the Dozen, which is a remake of what's this, the fifth remake of this movie? Let's see.
The fifth remake.
It's been forever. I don't know. I guess you can't come up with something new, just remake it. So we also have Deep Water. Master, which is Amazon. The other ones, that's Hulu. More Than Robots is another movie that is I guess it says Disney down there. So if you have Disney, you're able to watch it. NetRam or NetRam, which that's kind of a weird one. I watched the trailer for that. It's a weird one. We got Panama, which another action movie, and this has the guy from Yellowstone in it. I don't know if anybody noticed that. That's what's it? Cole Hauser. Tethered is,
but he was in something else also.
Yeah, I just know him from
Wasn't Cole
from
Hauser
Yellowstone.
in something else? Oh, so you just know him from that. I know him from something else. I couldn't think of what it was.
Tethered and
Cole Hauser was in. Did you guys? Sorry, I was reading the chat thing. He was in Pitch Black with Vin Diesel.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And then he got popular for a while.
Yeah,
He might have been even one of the Fast and the Furiouses, possibly.
Did he do a show also?
Yeah, I think so. He's been around a while now. He's a redheaded dude. He's
Yeah.
a ginger.
Yeah.
What?
A ginger.
Hey, he don't look like one. He got dark hair.
Yeah, he's a ginger.
All right, so hey, we're all right. So we'll
He's a
talk.
ginger.
We'll get into that. So this is some of our options. If you guys are on Telegram, please vote. I know that last time I looked, we had a close tie between a couple movies. NetRam and Panama were close.
We were tied.
So we need somebody to break that tie. Again, decide one of those movies that we're going to be forced to watch next week. And if you vote, you've got to watch this movie too. If you vote, because it's not fair that you make us watch a shitty movie and you don't watch it. So those are our options. So let's go ahead and crank up with you want to start with Spider
this week.
No, there's actually a couple that actually look interesting.
Yeah.
So which one do you guys want to start with?
9.1 is Spider-Man.
9.1?
Yeah, it's the episode 9.1, and 9.2 is the other one. So you could do Spider-Man first.
All right. So what do you guys? We're gonna start with Spider-Man. We'll go Spider-Man first.
Yeah.
So all right, we got the latest sequel to the Spider-Man franchise. We know that this has been out, and we've got Spider-Man. So what's everyone's thoughts? And it finally has dropped on digital, so all of us have been able to watch it. So we'll just open the floor. Anybody that wants to jump in, jump in.
I loved it. Obviously, I'm a comic book dork, so I thought it was great. Seeing all the old supervillains was cool. Willem Dafoe is such a good actor. I mean, he just plays a great bad guy.
He's a blast.
Yeah, he really is.
You can tell instantly on his face that switch, eh?
Yep. Oh, I've gone crazy, and he legitimately looks like he's gone crazy. So it was fun. It was fun. It hit all the marks. It made you laugh. It was exhilarating, and it was a little tear jerking at parts. I mean, Aunt May's gone.
Yeah.
And
unless we make another universe, right?
That's true.
Create another universe.
Don't get me started.
That's what was so cool about this thing, though, is the comparisons between them, and the fact that when they do that, it was like, well, I lost my uncle, or when with great power comes great responsibility. My Aunt May said that. My Uncle Ben said that. It was just really neat. The crosses, like how they weren't all identical Spider-Mans. They didn't all lose their Uncle Ben. They didn't all, like, he didn't have an Uncle Ben. He just had an Aunt May, like, I liked that.
I did too.
There's only one OG though.
One OG?
Toby. Yeah, only one OG is Toby. Hey, he's the only one whose web comes out of him.
Oh yeah,
that's true. That was funny.
Okay, he's a true OG. Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I loved when he did the old, show me Peter Parker, and then Andrew Garfield walks through. I was like, oh, this is so awesome. I didn't think it could get any better, because I stayed away from figuring, like, how there was a lot of spoilers, and I knew there was going to be a lot of villains. I knew there was a possibility of one of the other Spider-Mans, maybe, but I put it out of my mind so that, I saw the bad guys great, but when the other Spider-Man started showing up, it was like, this is so cool. And they were just so cute with each other.
Yeah.
I like the way they reacted with each other. It was adorable. So yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. I'd watch it over and over again.
Which I have.
So Andrew, you went to the movies and saw this. So December.
The very first day it came out, I went because I didn't want to get any spoilers. And honestly, watching like the reaction of people in the cinema when he first does the circle that opens a portal, and Andrew Garfield's character standing in the thing, you can tell straight away it's him because of the costume. But they're like, Peter, and he's like looking at them. They're like, Peter, come here. And as soon as he comes running over, everyone's like, oh, it's happening.
Yeah. I watched it in VR the other day with a bunch of kids that had never seen it before. Same type of reaction.
That would have been so much fun.
It was fun. It was fun.
I watched it as a cam version, and they hear the audience in the theater reaction to when each Spider-Man came out was worth a shitty copy of it.
It totally would be. Like, I remember you guys when Endgame came out and the I am Iron Man part with the snap, and they showed the audience reaction to that gives me goosebumps every time I see it. So I could just imagine, to Beach, how that felt.
Yeah.
There's a video on YouTube, like an audience reaction of Avengers Endgame. It's like all the key moments and so the audience reactions. It's so good. I've watched that a couple of times as well.
Andrew, you're kind of quiet for me. I don't know if it's the same for everybody else.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah,
it is.
1 second.
Oh, there you go.
Doesn't want to wake up your son.
You're better.
Yeah,
right
it was
now.
better.
I've got the mic for. I'm sitting so far away from this microphone. Wait a minute. What about?
I will say anybody who really like the movie.
Is that
like that.
Very
If
much
you
so.
don't-
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't have
much.
if you don't have the
What's your
bonus
mini- what's your-
features for it,
What's your opinion on the movie?
It's worthwhile getting because I've enjoyed watching that. I spent watching a lot of that today. The bonus features. I mean, that one I posted in Player
Okay.
Pass is pretty cool.
What was the thing that passed between Tobey Maguire and Grandma here, though? They had a little
Yeah.
twinkle towards each other. That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think that's just
Yeah.
like that's like a nod that he's the original. And she's
Oh,
just like
maybe. Actually, that's a really good way to look at it. I kind of like
Yeah.
that.
Well, that
Because
was
we watched
Andrew
the extras.
Garfield.
Yeah, it was It was Andrew.
That was
the
Andrew
tall one.
Garfield. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
I couldn't figure that.
I just liked all the nods they did to all the other movies as well, and this. By the way, the two standout actors in this whole thing were Andrew Garfield and Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
He pretty much stole the movie because he
Yeah.
was so good. But this made me appreciate like Andrew Garfield as a actor and like a Spider-Man. Oh,
Todd, go back.
go back.
Sorry, but yeah, that was awesome. Daredevil in it?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Mhm.
Yep.
Sorry, and when he
Yeah.
catches the brick.
Mhm.
How did you do that? A really good way.
The one little clip that I liked is when Tobey Maguire was complaining about his back hurting.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Andrew
Yeah.
Garfield, cracked his groin.
Correct.
That's basically because they wanted to
He's
replace
OG.
Tobey Maguire for the third one over health
Mhm.
concerns. He was
Yep.
having health issues.
Yeah.
They wanted to replace him. So that's
But
what that little.
Mhm.
If you didn't
He
know
broke his
that,
back, didn't he?
Yeah, he did hurt his back. Yes.
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
that's what that little thrown in line
nod, little
was
Easter egg.
about.
I love
My
those.
back. So
But,
yeah,
that's what it was in the like the original trilogy, wasn't it? In the third one, when he like falls down and hits the cars, and then he gets up, he's like, "Oh, my back!" That was
Yep.
like a taking the mick of him actually
Yeah.
breaking his back, and then they did it again. Yeah,
Mhm.
And if they wanted to, I'm in for another Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I'm in for another Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. They could restart all
I'll
the.
take a Toby any day.
they've legitimately been talking about doing another like an Amazing Spider-Man 3,
Yeah.
and
I wasn't crazy about those.
no,
I liked Andrew Garfield in this. I loved him in this, but the other two, the Amazing Spider-Man movies, did not do it for me.
I went back and watched them again. They're not as bad as what people make out like.
Well, now that I've seen this, maybe I'll like it better. Now that I've seen how much I like him in this, and it had the freaking lizard, and it had who else? Jamie Foxx's dude, eh?
Yeah, I
The
like
sand
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
didn't have
And
him.
the
in it?
Sandman,
No, the sand guy was in Tobey Maguire's third one.
Oh, okay.
was it?
Yeah, with Venom
What I
and
heard,
yeah.
Green Goblin. Yeah.
What I have heard is that they did reshoots on Morbius because there's talk that like in the Morbius trailer, I don't know whether you've seen it or not, but it shows like Oscorp. It's pretty much the same logo design and the same building design as the one in Andrew Garfield's universe.
Oh,
So I had heard that had done reshoots, like because they actually had done reshoots of Morbius, and that's why they pushed it back. And there's rumors going around, and that's because Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's going to
that would be
appear in
cool.
it.
I'd like to see that. And they
Yeah.
also had okay, but
Vulture.
but there's an issue with that though because
Because they got Vulture in it.
they got Vulture in it, and Vulture in it was in Tom Holland's universe.
But is it the Vulture from Tom Holland's universe?
That's a very
or
good
is it
point.
different?
100%. That's a very good point.
See, so when we start doing different universes, that just they can do whatever they want because they'll say, "Oh, that's
Well,
not
that's-
that universe."
Yeah.
But at the same time, there, boys, it's Michael
And-
Keaton again. Whereas the Spider-Mans are three different
yeah.
dudes.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, I love the Doctor
Right,
Strange.
and that.
Go ahead, Aubin.
I was gonna say because believe it or not, I didn't watch the other Spider-Man. The what was it? No Way.
No Way Home.
No Way
what was
Home.
the one before this?
Or, no,
Homecoming.
Homecoming.
No Way. This is No Way Home. This is No Way
They're all
Home. What was the other
This
one?
is No Way Home.
Homecoming.
There's two of them though.
Right.
They're all
What was the
home
one
in it.
before this?
I thought that was Homecoming.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just
the
called
other
Homecoming.
one, I didn't see that.
Homecoming was the first one, I think.
Yeah,
Was it
that's the first
Homecoming?
one.
Do I thought there was something else, but I
Yes,
didn't want the other one, the first one that had the Zendaya in it, because I personally don't like Zendaya in this. It just she irritated me for some reason, because it was just that, oh well, you know what, I'm a normal person, and you have to, I can do whatever I want. I'm going to tell Doctor Strange to basically say, "Oh well, no, I'm one of these kids that I can tell you. Oh well, you have to say please and thank you. We got all these guys that are going to destroy the world, and if I was Doctor Strange, I just would have went yeah, and then just put a cover over her mouth, for the rest of the movie.
I liked her in
I
this.
guess it was
I actually liked her in this because I found her feisty, and I found in the other two movies she barely spoke in them. So it was nice to see a little bit more of her personality for me, anyway.
I think that I'm sorry, you're a mortal being, and here goes all these guys that have killed so many other people, and you guys are going to sit there and think that, oh well, let's find out what was wrong with them and let them live. You know what I'm saying? And I just think I got so aggravated with that, because I invested my time in the other movies to watch Spider-Man do what he had to do to stop these people. You know what I mean? Then you're going to have the third guy come along and say, oh, well, you know what? This is a different universe now, and we want to, find out the good in them. You know what? But they killed a bunch of other people already.
He's got no grudge against any of these guys, though. So there's no hatred towards them. So of course he wants to fix them.
Mm-hmm.
He's Spider-Man in all of them is adorable and sweet and kind. And I mean, Green Goblin killed himself.
Spider-Man. Yeah. Spider-Man.
Go ahead.
The character. They all died by accident.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah. Spider-Man, the character, is not isn't set out to murder or kill anybody. He always tries to bring even.
I understand that.
In the originals, but if you watch the originals, Tobey Maguire is trying to help the Green Goblin. He's trying to help all the bad guys.
Right.
So it's kind of on. Right. It's kind of on point with the way Spider-Man acts, to try and bring the good out of people.
Right.
I
understand that, but I just want to know something from you guys. So now you think then that so now they basically cured everyone except for the Goblin, and now they're going to go back. They're going to go back to their universe, and who's going to know that they've changed? They're going to get killed anyhow.
Well, they're going to look different.
They've changed
physically.
They're gonna look different,
Well,
that guy's definitely.
Yeah, the lizard guy definitely.
But
Jamie even.
I don't know.
The thing is, it would have been a really boring movie if he had just sent them back, and that was the end of it.
True.
Yeah.
True. But it's just that I just look at it as why do people have to put their foot down in something that they know nothing of? Is I guess is what it came down to me, and it's aggravated me that we're gonna cure the past of something. You don't know what happened. You don't know. Just like how.
It's because with great power comes great responsibility.
Well, I think a lot of it, I think, had to do with what basically Aunt May told them. That from the world they all get killed, but that's not what they do. She's working at like a homeless shelter or whatever.
Yeah,
they can help people out. So that's basically what he was trying.
And
to
Norman
instill
Osborn
that
there.
Exactly.
Norman Osborn is like a sweet older dude there, and scared, and I think
and confused, and so she basically is giving him that message of, we don't kill people, we help them.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he was conflicted there at the end,
Yeah.
and they stopped him from killing the Green
Oh,
Goblin.
I like that part actually too.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
also,
the one that gets
I-
me is Doctor Strange when they're going in to cast the spell, and it's like, oh, by the way, it's like going to the doctor. Oh, I got this cyst on my back. I need to get it removed. Going for the operation. Oh, by the way, we're going to have to cut your arms and legs, but your cyst will be gone, So, but they got to make it. They got to make it interesting. I enjoyed it.
Hey, wait, we haven't heard from Eddie yet.
Okay, I was told by my sons to watch the movie before I watched this one, and now I understand why. Because there's certain things that he said that are carried over on this movie.
Yeah, literally.
From
Meaning the movie before this one.
Oh,
Meaning the
Yes.
movie before this. Okay. Yeah,
But
I need to watch
So-
that.
You need to watch all the other ones so you know
Yeah.
who the villains are, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
and the Spider-Mans for the.
But what I really like is this.
Well, I know all the other Spider-Mans. It was just that one movie I didn't watch.
No, but if
before
but
this.
if you had never seen any other Spider-Man movies except for the new ones, then you wouldn't know Tobey Maguire's character, and you wouldn't know.
Exactly
Right,
like me.
right.
Yeah.
That's what my kids told me. They said, "Dad, you don't know Spider-Man,
Yeah.
so go back and see the movie before, and then watch this movie." So now I got to go back and watch the other movie.
It's a long.
And I think
it's
my
great.
other and I think my other problem with it, though, I think watching this is because I was always a Mary Jane fan. You know what I mean? And to have Zendaya come in and be the MJ, it just threw me for a loop. I like Mary Jane. I grew up with Mary Jane in the comic books, and that's all I know when I see Spider-Man. Mary Jane.
This is an alternate
they
universe.
they updated her
I
character.
it isn't
understand
Gwen
that.
Stacy.
They made her more
I-
independent. They made her smart, and
Updated
so
her,
they
for sure.
they updated her character.
And I think we will see the
Yeah.
other MJ again
Mhm.
at some point.
Probably.
Yeah.
I do think.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
Star Trek. Like when they rebooted Star Trek there a few years ago,
Yeah.
when it was a totally different timeline. To me, was very interesting instead
Yeah.
of just replaying the same old. I thought that would, like how Kirk's dad
Mhm.
dies. Like Kirk's dad hadn't
Mhm.
died with the other one. Like I
Yeah.
like the alternate universe
Mhm.
stuff.
Did it,
Anything's possible.
a question? Did you find this movie long?
No.
No,
No,
But-
because I'm a
No,
fan.
because there was so much action in there. The
Yeah.
time just flew by.
Yeah.
But I love the special effects in there. I like the Bee Gees give me a little video of how they're doing the special effects, and I send it to my kids. I'm waiting for an answer back.
It is pretty neat you having boys right in the hunt, essentially. Like that is so cool that they know all that
Mhm.
stuff and what it is.
Well, they send me snippets of a certain special effect they do, but sometimes I see things in there that they're like they've already done that before. But there's things in there I'm saying, well, how the hell did they do that? But
Yeah.
I love this one, and I'm not into Marvel and DC comic movies, but I like this one.
Well, that's good. Then that shows that it was a well-made movie. If you can
Yeah.
watch it and not be a fan of the genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, for me, Spider-Man over the last 3 movies, I'm not counting the Avengers or the Avengers stuff, but I have no interest in watching Spider-Man by itself. But this Spider-Man, I felt it hit all of the things that it needed to for me. I think that you have good characters. I think the villains, as you guys said, William Dafoe blew me away. But even Doc Ock, I thought, played a different part than what we've seen in his other ones, where you saw
Yeah.
that more a gentler side, or a side where he's
Yep.
conflicted.
He
But
does do that in the very end of the one he's in too.
When he's getting ready to die.
He saves the world essentially. in
Yeah.
that one.
But I mean, I thought Jamie Foxx did a good job. I thought that all the
Everybody
characters
did.
you cared about them. Doctor Strange, he
Yeah.
had a very good role. I mean, everybody had good
What did he
roles. It
say?
wasn't
Scooby the shit out of it.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
Scooby the shit out of it.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo
Scooby-Doo
shit
the
out
shit.
of it.
But yeah, I mean, there was all those little jokes, not overdone. I didn't think the action, again, over the top, but it's a comic book, so that's what you're going to get. So, but I thought they did a great job bringing it all together, even if you aren't a big Spider-Man fan.
Okay,
And again, I'm not.
Sorry,
Yep.
go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Can I just read you my list that I made? I actually made a list this time, so I'm just going to go through it really quick. I love
Yeah, she's doing her homework.
I loved Matt Murdock,
Mhm.
good old Daredevil. I love Doctor Strange. Oh my god, okay, hold on. I liked
Read her own writing.
the interactions. No, the interactions between all three Spideys when they were in the lab and stuff had me laughing. When Ned says Peter, and they're all like, yeah, and he's like, no, Peter Parker, and they're all like, yeah, same Peter, like Spider-Man. No,
Yeah.
and I love it when Andrew Garfield called. He said, "You look like a cool. You're going into battle dressed as a cool youth pastor." To Toby
Yeah. It's his suit.
pastor. I was like, and then Toby does the old, "No, I got my suit under here." Oh my god, I love too when Jamie Foxx said, "There's got to be a black Spider-Man somewhere," and it made me think of Miles Morales.
Yeah.
That part. And one of my favorite parts was when Andrew Garfield saves MJ, and then when he's almost crying there because he couldn't save Gwen. Like that part, that got me right in the heart.
There was a lot of emotion in this movie.
There was like even when Peter or when the Toby Peter basically says how him and MJ were able to, to work their way around and have a relationship and everything. And how he says that to Andrew Garfield and says, and you can too. Because apparently in all universes, Peters end up with MJ.
Yeah.
When he will eventually find his MJ.
Yep.
I thought that was cool.
Did
Sorry,
anybody else notice Tom Holland falling out of accent a couple of 2, 3? I noticed it 3 times, and especially when he would say the word nothing, he would pronounce it nutting like they do in England.
Yeah.
with no H in it.
He does pretty good though, because there's
great.
A lot
He
of
does
British
great.
people that can't pull it off. Like they sound a little funny.
And I noticed after the first time he said nutting, then I started listening every time he said nothing. And most of the times he did say nothing with an H in it, but there was 3 times that he skipped the H.
Oh, God.
Hey, and I will give a thing that if you watch this movie, if you enjoyed this, you need to see the extras. I know Asgard has all of the extras on his server and in his add-on. I'm not sure if some other people have the extras, but go back and watch the extras where they have the 3 Spider-Man sitting down talking about it. They talk about the villains. They talk about the Easter eggs that was in it. Remember, we watched the thing about all the Easter eggs. It was really neat when you start seeing all the extras that's part of the DVD copy that has so much background that's like, oh, I didn't even realize that. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, one of the things was when he was swinging with MJ in the very beginning of the movie, and they swing by, and it's a poster for Captain America's musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's in the extras when the one little kid got tied up in the spider web and he's hanging upside down, and he looks at Tom and said, "Should we do the kiss now?" That was in the extras.
Yeah.
So,
the extras are definitely worth if you have the ability to watch the extras. Like I said, I know Asgard has it in the one-click section, so definitely worth watching if you enjoyed this movie. It's only going to make the movie that much better, in my opinion.
I'm just asking myself, this movie came out in 2021, right?
Yeah.
So
December, November?
Was it made in 2021?
No, it was made probably I would say the end of 19.
End of 2020.
Yeah.
So in other words, it wasn't done during the COVID era.
Yeah, it was done during COVID.
No, it was done during COVID because in the bonus scenes you'll see
they
people
have
on
masks
the set
on.
wearing masks.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
They did.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, and one of the things that they talk about in the extras was the secrecy that they had on set, where they didn't want people to know that they had the different Spider-Mans in, as well as the supervillains or all these villains.
Yep.
So they said someone got hurt on set, and they went to the hospital, and the doctor, the ER doctor, took a picture with that actor. They didn't say which one. They took a picture with that actor, and the director or the production company went and they said we had to confiscate
studio,
that photo
Yeah.
so that wouldn't
photo.
wouldn't be
I
leaked out
remember
because
that.
we didn't want anybody to know that they were bringing together all these.
I mean, we all kind of knew, right? There
Yeah.
was always rumors about, you know, just we didn't know 100% who was going to be there, but we did know
Right.
some of them at least were going to be there.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
I
excited
mean,
that they were all there.
I think they initially planned this would be closing the book on Tom Holland, but now that it's made so much money,
Oh my
trust
God,
me, they're
that-
already sitting there figuring out how they can squeeze another one out, and
Like,
probably with all three of the Spider-Man also.
That poster
already
right there, I
signed-
would put on my
he's already
wall in
signed
a
the
second.
deal.
Oh yeah. And how about
They
Venom?
need to figure out a way to get them back to their right to their
Universes?
right timelines.
Timelines?
'Cause
Well,
you
they
know
all
how
did.
they'll do
Yeah.
things. They'll put them in that they got in the wrong universe or something. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
can see them doing something as crazy as that.
How about Venom officially being in the MCU now?
Yeah, finally.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a funny one, him too, actually, at the bar
Yeah.
there.
Well, when
I
they
lo-
talk about I fought an alien, you fought an alien?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
they're like, you know, I fought a rhino, or you know,
Love Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
they're all kind of
I was
trying
in
to one up
space.
each other.
Going up in space.
Space.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Great
hey,
movie.
Sorry,
I
one
can
last thing I just
swing
thought
my
about
own
too.
webs though.
Sorry, one last thing I just thought about too that was so cute was when Tobey Maguire was talking to Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield's like, you know, I'm just not as cool as you guys, and he goes, "You're amazing." No, I'm
Yeah.
serious. You are amazing.
Amazing.
yeah, amazing.
Yeah,
Jeez,
there's
great.
those little
Sensational.
jokes.
Uh,
Little jokes.
I literally thought I was the only one
Yeah.
that got that.
Yeah, that was funny.
So
All
yeah,
right.
I'll have to
Like
look to
referring
get.
to
I'll look
his
to get.
movies.
Sensational.
Is everybody good?
Yeah, I am.
So,
Everybody's
All right.
good?
Yeah.
all right. So do we vote on this one right now, and then we'll go to the next one?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
quickly, so
Mhm.
play would what we're going to do, go through, and we're going to ask you to choose play or pass for this movie. Play would be you'd recommend this to another person, or you watched it multiple times, so that would probably be a play or a pass. You would not recommend this on to a friend because you don't want them coming back and slitting your tires. So for this movie,
Ugh.
Spider-Man: No Way Home, play or pass. We'll start with Blue's on the bottom down here. Blue, play or pass for
It's
Spider-Man.
a definite play for me. I might watch it again this weekend.
Okay. All right.
Blue, watch it
Andrew.
in VR.
Oh, I totally should.
All right. Andrew's giving it the thumbs up, so it's a big play for him. Eddie, play or pass for
Oh, it's
Spider-Man?
going to be a play for me.
Play. All right. We have the amazing De Beach Spider-Man. He's from another alternate universe.
Yeah, I couldn't fit into my lycra stretch suit, you know.
Not enough baby powder.
Yeah, I'd look like that girl who's the ring announcer when we were watching about the 3 pounds of sausage and a 2-pound breast. But I will definitely give it 2 webs up because I don't want nobody slitting my tires.
Oh, that has some. We could go so far with that one at the beach. All right, Roger, what do you play or pass?
It's a definite play for me. It's a lot of fun. I think it will help if you've watched the prior Spider-Mans, but even if you haven't, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Albin, play or pass for Spider-Man: No Way Home?
It's a play for me. Like I said, I still do need to go back and watch that one before it, but I enjoyed the movie. I did enjoy it, but like I said, I'm an OG. You know,
Yeah.
I've always liked Tobey Maguire. I remember seeing him in the first one and him just about bringing every New Yorker to tears. Because he did such a job at saving our city. So
Yeah, because he's just a kid.
I just a kid, and
He's just a kid.
and makes his own web. You know what I mean? He's
He's the
hey,
OG.
There's something about that. You know, OG. You know, you can sit there and spin your web against every building and pull, and that's just, you know, means a lot to me.
All right,
For the
and
play for me.
so you give it a play. I'll give it a play. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed the fun of it. Alban on the Telegram room. Where did the votes fall on that one?
We were like 10-1 before. Let me just
Okay.
see where we're at now.
Oh, Flicks Chick says she is over Spider-Man, so she is done with it. All right. Redneck liked it. Shrinking Sharon liked it. And again, there's nothing wrong. I mean, we've had people like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just didn't like it." Hey, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. But I think most of us here liked it, and I like I said 10-1 on the Telegram room. So, Spider-Man: No Way Home. I think it's got IMDb ratings. So hey, and it's made a couple bucks.
And look at the amount of money it made. More than a couple bucks. What is that down there? $1.8 billion.
Yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at. That's serious.
Nope.
Yeah. So they again did a good job pulling it all together. So our other movie that we're going to cover is The Adam Project. So we got Adam Project, which is a Ryan Reynolds movie, and another sci-fi movie. We'll go open the floor to everybody. So, what's your thoughts on The Adam Project?
I like it.
Roger, high five.
Hey, y'all in the same room?
Ryan Reynolds doing Ryan Reynolds shtick.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it. I'm not. It's not oversaturated to me yet, so I still enjoy it. If you like his humor, you're gonna like this movie because it's Ryan Reynolds doing Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It feels it's like a kiddie movie. It's not it's not overly violent. There's no swearing. It's I find it adorable.
I got Last Starfighter vibes from
it.
Vibes
from that, yeah.
Yeah.
So did I.
Which was one of my favorite shows growing up. I love that movie.
Mine too. I love that movie.
Don't rewatch it because it doesn't hold up. But.
Yeah, the interaction though between him and his younger self is hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like everybody skipped Lug Day.
Yeah.
Well, another funny part that when I was watching today, and when Ryan Reynolds and they get to the cabin, his ex-wife is there, and he says, "Oh, he's just wonderful. You just want to hold him underwater till the bubbles stop." And then she kind of ignores him, and he goes, "I hate thing down." He goes, "I hate myself," and which is kind of funny because he's talking about the kid, and so to me, this is it's like a family-friendly Deadpool for Ryan Reynolds' character because you had Ryan Reynolds being, like you said, his shtick, his little way that he does. It was him doing that in a PG type of way where it wasn't the Deadpool where it's a little bit more vulgar. So I enjoy that part, and so, but yeah, the interaction between them two is great. I thought they.
Well, what I'm happy is this movie was originally supposed to be made in 2012, starring Tom Cruise.
Oh God!
So I am so happy that it got stopped and was stuck in development hell.
Yeah, me too.
Until Netflix rescued it.
Yeah, me
Can
too.
you imagine Tom Cruise playing that part? I mean, it would not have been the funny, lighthearted. You wouldn't have had none of that. None of that.
No, none of that would have been in there.
It would have a B-rated movie is what it would have. A B-rated sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Which this is a B-rated sci-fi, to be honest. But the humor to me brought it up.
Yeah. No, and that the kid was a good actor.
Yes.
He did a good job.
He did.
Well, their interaction between the two of them was very great. Okay, one is the younger one, and one is the older one, but they intermingled between the two. In other words, I saw them at the end; they became one.
Yeah, yeah. And well, it was funny when the young self is giving the old self advice.
Right.
And because
Yeah.
remember Ryan Reynolds like, oh, he only bought us that net
Pitch
that threw the
back.
ball back, the pitch back because he didn't want to throw it. And he goes, well, no, that was because I asked for it every single day. That's why he got it for me. Whereas the older self, to me, that is sometimes our memory will only remember what
we wanted to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's the bad.
Right.
Yep.
And that's where Ryan Reynolds was in that negative side, focus on his dad. Whereas the kid's like, no, I see my dad. I know who he is or who he was because he's passed away at the time. Where the memory's still fresh before he became too jaded.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought as far as movies go for Netflix, I thought they did a really good job on this. They spent enough money on the special effects, so they looked plausible, and the story was good. So it was a fun watch.
Well, I think I found two errors in this movie because this movie was made in Vancouver, and there's one of the shots where he's going down the street. You see the sign for an IGA grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another one where they're looking at the town. They're on the beach, and you see. I don't know if it was the Space Needle in Seattle or it was the tower. The Space Tower in Toronto. And there's two of them. One you see, you're wondering if it's the Space Needle, and the other one you're wondering if it's the tower in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were trying to imply that it was set in Seattle area because of the tech connotations to
true.
dad. So
And plus, if you look at the scenery, it kind of reminds you of the Pacific Northwest. If you've been to the Pacific Northwest, it has that feel.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they make the movies in Vancouver. They want to make it looking like the West Coast. They make it in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York is Montreal.
Yeah.
I cracked up when that he said to him when he first met his younger self and how his younger self just kept asking all those questions and he goes, when I say classified, did your brain hear chocolate? I just love that line. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was so funny. Ryan Reynolds is just too much sometimes, really.
Well, and he's he's got that straight humor. I mean, he's a straight guy.
Straight humor, right?
He puts it. One of the other things I wrote down from a thing is I get so confused with these movies in time travel rules. I don't know what the official rules of time travel are because every series or every thing changes. Is like, well, you can go back in time and change something. It don't hurt nothing because you're on a certain timeline and this timeline's going here. Well, but no, if you go back and change something, it changes everything.
Actually, honey, if we're being 100% honest here, every single movie ever made has always basically implied the butterfly effect. Until Marvel said that's not how it works.
Right.
I don't think I've seen any other movie where they didn't say going back to the past and meeting yourself was going to screw up everything.
Right. Marvel does own the multiverse concept, I believe.
They totally do.
Yeah.
Well, but in this one, because remember, the kid says, well, do you remember you coming and visiting me when he's in the ship? And he says, well, do you remember that? Because obviously you would have remembered it if it had already happened because it happened to him. So that's where it's like that. I don't know. Sometimes these time travel things, it's like, oh, that's too much for me to think about. It's like what effect? And so I have to think there's no effect. But
it makes you think about, Back to the Future. When they go back and they come back again, and they make a mistake in the future, it's going to affect the past.
Yeah, it's what Blue was talking about, the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
But they did use the Back to the Future where Biff goes back and gets all the sports bets to make.
Yeah.
That lady did it in this movie.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
But
Well,
what I
when he,
like,
when the, go ahead,
what I
Eddie.
But what I can't understand about Ryan Reynolds, everything he can't. For me, I even talked to this about with my son. He can't make a serious face. When you look at him,
No.
he always had like a smirk on his face. In other words, he's getting ready to crack a joke. You know,
Eddie, you know who he 100% reminds me of is Bill Murray. Bill
Yeah.
Murray, it's like
Yes.
doesn't matter, it's totally
Yes.
straight face, but you cannot look at him without cracking a
Yes.
smile.
yeah.
You know, underneath there is like
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, he can pull something out on you, and you know it'll still catch you off guard. You know he's
Yeah.
that good. You know
Andrew, did you
I
see-
would just love to see the outtakes of this.
For the record, I'm not looking forward to Ryan Reynolds' Razor's Edge coming up. That's Bill Murray's dramatic role for everybody that didn't know.
And he's doing it really?
Okay.
No, I don't want him to try dramatic like Bill did.
Yeah.
Mm.
Andrew, did you watch this?
Yes,
Did you like it?
I did. I was just waiting for a bit of space because of the delay. And,
I think
like
Thank you.
every time I've tried to
What was
talk so
yours?
far, everyone's talked over us, so I've just been quiet.
All right, sorry. Go ahead, Andrew.
No, I just agree with what everyone was saying. It's enjoyable. I like Ryan Reynolds. I like his comedy, and I think the kid did a really good job of being a younger Ryan Reynolds, and his humor was just as good. And I think he was really good. His acting was really good in it. And I like Jennifer Garner. I like Mark Ruffalo. I like what you call her, Gamora. That's the only person. I don't think it was too overcomplicated, the story, so it was like it kept us interested, and it was quite good for a Netflix. I think Netflix does all right movies, to be fair.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, they do better
There's a
TV
few
shows.
duds, but yeah, I'm pretty impressed with Netflix actually, and they got a lot of really good Korean stuff lately, which I'm totally digging.
Yeah, I
Check
need to
out
watch
Silent
that.
Sea.
Yeah, and I watched Bulgasol, and I watched something else. Hey, there's a zombie one. I want to see that.
Yeah, I've just started watching that.
Silent Sea is a Korean sci-fi. It's pretty
Yep.
good. You have to read
seen
it,
it.
but it's good.
So in other words, Netflix is making money, even though they're increasing the prices, right?
Yeah. They only made $5 billion last year.
Right.
They're struggling. $5 billion
No,
profit.
but look what they lost. Remember they
didn't lose
lost
nothing.
some. They lost
didn't.
some though. You know.
No, they just didn't
Yes,
make
they
as
did.
much as they could have,
That's
Right.
why
but they
got
still
us.
made $5 billion.
Right. You know,
let's see,
because everyone else is.
Yeah, everyone else is on the path. What about you, Beach? We haven't heard from you. What was
Yeah.
your thoughts on this?
Sorry, I was typing the side chat. No, it was good. I liked the music in it.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
totally agree with that. Liked the story. Liked it. I mean, I think it's one of the better movies I've ever seen on Netflix. You know, that Netflix has put out, because I've seen a lot of bad ones on there, or like, But no, I enjoyed it. No, I'm just in my fighter gear. I'm looking for a wormhole to send myself back to 2008 and tell me to buy $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. You know, why, you dumbass?
Yeah, buy it when it was $1. Well, and it reminded, you know what's funny is your intro when it was the space, and then it did that little wormhole effect there right at the end. I thought, wow, that was perfect for this. It had a little wormhole that went into.
I mean,
yeah.
You know, that's like last week when we against the ice. That's why the intro was a giant freaking glacier. You know,
Yeah.
I try to use some of my limited abilities to make the intros. You know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah,
I
you do a
put
good
little
job.
Effort.
A little bit of effort. You do a great job. And hey, I didn't know that they're gonna have a lightsaber in this movie until he's like, "Is that a
Yeah.
lightsaber?" No.
It's definitely a lightsaber, dude.
That kid is so cute when he says that.
Yeah. And I tried to look him up. I haven't seen him where he's done anything else. really. I mean, I didn't pull him up on IMDb, but I know when I went to Wikipedia and looked up, he was one of those just had his name and didn't have him listed with anything else. But I thought he did a good job.
He's got 2 credits.
Yeah. Entertainment Tonight. Guest on the Today Show.
There you go.
So
You'll have more soon. You'll be in more.
Yeah, he was good.
You did good job.
Yeah.
I think that one of the funniest bits for me was when he's giving them the pep talk about fighting the bully, and then he goes to fight him, and he's like, "I'm gonna smoke you up and then."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, that's not."
that's not what I said. Well, then he gives the same advice to his older self. He's like, "All right, look them all in the eye."
You kick him in the swimming suit parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Smokey's banana.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it like I think you guys are all right. It's Netflix does a good job. I mean, it's hit and miss with Netflix with me. So, but yeah, they did a good job pulled together. This isn't going to be an Academy Award winning movie.
No.
It's good. It's good. Okay, let's see. Anybody else have anything else they wanted to
Talk
toss
about
out
Academy
there?
Awards. Don't forget this
Yeah.
weekend of the Oscars, everyone.
Oh, is that this
Sunday.
weekend?
That's this
Sunday.
weekend.
Yeah.
And we could bring up that Spider-Man was really only nominated for one thing,
Yeah.
which
Because
is
they don't ever nominate Marvel superhero movies for anything.
And it's
No,
it's
they
sad
don't.
because this one had the full range of emotions in it. I mean, you laughed, you were excited, I cried a little bit,
Yeah.
There was really
I mean,
good
a
acting.
director. You don't think that needed? The director shouldn't have been up for an Academy
Right.
Award in that movie. I mean,
Right.
that to pull this together. I mean, yeah, you could say, well, it's a lot of special effects, but you got to make all that stuff come together.
And keep it
So-
secret for
Yeah.
18 months.
So
Yeah.
they're biased a little bit.
Yep.
On what gets picked.
Yeah,
for
they
the
are.
Academy.
They definitely are.
And I'm
They-
kind of
they
upset that
definitely
Cruella got pretty much snubbed on anything that
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, costumes. That was it.
They
Yeah,
should've
and
got
that movie was
music
good.
and everything, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a shame.
they got none of it.
Shame.
None. Of
That's why I'm rooting for Coda to win. I
Yeah.
don't think it will, but
Oh yeah.
it. Yeah,
I'm
we
rooting
can
for
hope.
it.
But
A lot more people are watching it, and there'll be an uproar. But this whole award show really is going to be a joke because
Because it's all
the girls
predetermined.
that are doing it aren't getting paid crap from the Academy to even do the show. It's just it's a joke. It's a joke, and they basically, they're not paying them nothing. And Jimmy Kimmel was basically laughing at them, saying, what he got paid to do it, the last time, compared to what they're getting is just like a joke.
all right, so we'll go ahead and
They're going to be changing it all up.
This is
It'll
Wait,
my
probably get a more
this is-
important award anyway. It'll get a poppy or something.
this is my my Coda tribute.
Yeah.
You guys remember this? Twop waffle.
Waffle.
I was gonna say, it looked like.
But
All right, let's go ahead because we're right at about an hour, and so we have time to go into the overtime or the after show where we'll talk about all kinds of different stuff. So, your opinion, play or pass for this, folks. So, if you've not watched the show, play would be we recommend this as to a friend. Pass if you would not want to recommend this to a friend or family member. Miss Blue, are you at your computer?
No, she's on mute.
Yeah, no, but she might have left.
Well,
So,
yell at her. She's next door.
Yeah. All right. We'll skip her for a second. We'll go to Andrew. Andrew, play or pass on this movie?
play.
Give it a play. Eddie, play or pass?
It's not a super play, but a good play.
All right. Good job. All right. Thank you very much. What about you, Beach?
I give it a play.
All right. Roger?
It's a play for me, for sure.
All right. We've got lots of plays over here in the people watching. Jim and Leon, Redneck, Patty. What about you, Aubin? Play or pass for Adam Project?
Play for me. Play for me.
All right, and it's a play for me, and I'll just vote for Blue. She would give it a play because when we watched it, she enjoyed it when she actually was talking about watching it a second time. So that'd be a play for her. So I don't know what the vote. It was a play.
13 plays.
Oh, did you make my sandwich? Oh man,
Sam,
What about
salmon?
that? We don't get a sandwich?
No, you're not married. Only wives make sandwiches. You gotta have make a sandwich. Inside joke for us that remember we was making sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
So sandwiches. So pretty much Adam Project's got a play for us. So lighthearted, have a good time. It's enjoyable.
13-0.
Yeah. So what's the movie we have to watch next week, Aubin?
Okay, I'm scrolling down right now. It's going to
Looks like we still got a tie. We got a three-way tie.
Yeah, I think we got.
Oh Jesus!
Oh no!
Not three. All right. So we can't have three. We can't. I don't want to do 2 or 3 movies. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with
we
this?
have Cheaper by the Dozen, Knit Ram, and Panama.
Cheaper, really? They voted for Cheaper by the Dozen.
No, wait, wait a second. Someone that took back their vote and we'll see what they're gonna choose.
3.9. Someone took back their vote.
On which one? Yeah, so we'll see what they vote for.
We're waiting. Whoever's the brave would be changing their vote live on the show.
I changed.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, what did he force us to watch?
Okay. So, all right. So right now, Knit Ram is the winner as of right this second.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to go.
It looked like a second person pulled back a vote, but I'm glad that one made it because
Knit Ram
I really enjoyed it.
Weird. It looks weird.
It was weird, but
I did want to watch this.
It wasn't what I was expecting. I never knew of this story. No, I'm sorry. I knew of this story, but I didn't know that this movie was about that story.
Okay.
And so that's why I really enjoyed it. We're back at the tie again now, with 4-4.
I'm sorry, that was
Panama
me.
And,
I did that on purpose. I'm sorry.
That was you.
Yeah, that's Andrew.
Okay, so what do you
Andrew's
want to
trying
do? Are you going to watch anyone?
I picked Deepwater.
Yeah, I voted for Deepwater.
Deepwater was good too. Deepwater is something to watch. Everyone, Cheaper by the Dozen is good if you got kids, and you want to watch something with your kids that might.
I would say watch the
good
Lucille
chuckle.
Ball one.
But
so we got
true.
next week's movie. Knit Ram. Knit Ram is the movie.
Not from this.
That's going to be our pick. If you watch the trailer it will make you go, ooh, this
we're only doing one movie?
Interesting. Yeah, we'll just do one.
Okay.
We can always, we can, if you guys want to watch some of these other movies, I thought Panama might be interesting, but then I see it's got a 3.3, so I pulled back on my vote on that one.
I got to see Deepwater. I've heard some good things about that.
So
Windfall was actually pretty good also, people.
Yeah.
The cast and crew of that are doing their rounds on the circuit. That was another good movie. Jesse Plemons and Jason Vogel. They were great.
That looked interesting.
Good one to watch. Yeah, it was good. But the other one, the other sleeper is that Deepwater with Ben Affleck. That was pretty good. But the More Than Robots, if you're a tech person and you enjoy robotics, it's a documentary that you should watch.
That was my first vote. It looks good.
Yeah.
Well,
but
for me, I'll watch that because I like BattleBots.
Yeah,
I enjoy BattleBots.
So do I. I watch BattleBots too.
But I didn't think it would be a good.
Definitely watch it.
I didn't think it would make a good movie for us to do on this show.
No. No.
There's got to be certain this Knit Ram. When I watched the preview
Yeah.
of this, I was like, oh, this could be something.
It
Could be something to
takes
talk about.
it
could be
takes
something to talk
it
about.
takes a turn,
Yeah.
but it was a true story. So
Oof. Okay. All right.
it was worth the watch to me. It's not like it's here in the States. It's in Australia. So just
it says
so you know.
Tasmania. It says Tasmania.
Tasmania, yeah.
So that's
All right.
Australia.
All right, so that's the movie for next week. So we'll go into the overtime or the after hour, the after show part where we will talk about other movies that we like or other TV shows. The panel is able to talk about any shows that's going on. We give it about 20, 25 minutes of discussion like that, as well as you people on the side chat can throw in some ideas for TV shows that you like, and I'll try to pull them up as quickly as I can with from the browser here. So we'll open a panel. Thanks for.
I have some here on the side.
Yep.
Already.
All right. Go for it.
Okay. Just for everyone to know, quick notes. Here about Batman. Batman swoops in 600 million worldwide. So just so everyone knows, it's a tough break in China at the international box office. There's a show. That's the shows. We got Welcome to Flatch. That's
I started that
another one that just started recently. Yeah,
I
how'd you
started
like
that.
it?
It's a mockumentary. So I always like those. It's got some giggles in it. I like Sean
Yeah,
William
it looked
Scott.
like it had some giggles.
What was
Yeah.
it called? Welcome to what?
Flatch. It's about a
Welcome
small
to
town.
Flatch. It's on the bottom of the screen there.
It's about a small town in Ohio, a real small town, like
Yeah.
1,200 people or something shit
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know, it's
tiny
just
town.
quirky characters, and I like that.
Mhm.
You know, I'm a big
Yeah.
Trailer Park Boys fan, and it's you know that theme.
Oh,
It's
okay. Yeah.
mockumentary.
Yeah.
So I
Uh-huh.
like it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna finish it,
Okay.
obviously.
Yeah. I can't wait to start it. I think it came from Fox. Was it a Fox
Yeah, it says
show?
Fox. It says Fox
yeah,
right
okay,
here.
it's Fox show. Yeah. Just so everyone knows that they can watch it for free if they need to.
Okay.
Next, we have another new show, Bad Vegan, and again that Tinder Swindler. Have any of you guys watched that Tinder Swindler? Been
No,
telling you
not
guys
my
to watch
cup of
it.
tea. Not my cup
You
of
guys,
tea.
oh, not your cup of tea? Okay, all right, but it's more Bad Vegan and Tinder Swindler are going to be more of that fraud of partner abuse. So I can't wait to watch the Bad Vegan. It's already out, but I didn't get around to
Netflix.
watching it yet because I've been watching this.
It's on Netflix.
A Netflix one.
The one that we couldn't remember the name of last week with Renee Zellweger is actually The Thing About Pam.
The Pam,
The Thing
yeah,
About Pam.
that which has been getting pretty good. I've been enjoying it. You know, it's Renee Zellweger and what's that other guy's name there? The one who was with Fergie.
Josh Duhamel.
Josh Duhamel. He's doing such a great job at this. So is she. But I think that was another true story. So it was I think worth the watch. Real quick.
I finished uploaded second season.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Bruce Willis is ending his acting career because of dementia.
Dementia.
So if anyone didn't
Really?
know.
Yeah.
And we were all you guys were knocking him
Knocking
about
on his acting.
80 movies, you know, and hey, and I kept saying,
until I see a
my boy
doctor.
Bruce.
Until I see a doctor's note, I ain't believing that. I think he's just using that as a
No,
movie stuff.
Until I see a doctor's
no, he's not. No, Blue, it's so bad. You'll see that in the movie, he has a hearing aid in, and they're reading him his lines. Okay, that's how bad it is.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately,
I need to see a
yeah.
doctor's note. I'd like to sign by your parents, please.
Another thing, real quick. Um, Maury Povich. You know, I
Yeah.
never thought
30
the day would
years.
ever come that 31 years on TV, and
Yeah.
he's calling it. You know, because I think he
You
got some girl pregnant.
you
You know,
are
Robin,
the
You're not
father.
the father.
Robin, you are not the father.
Yeah, you're not the father. Yep.
Yeah, Maury Povich calling it quits. So
Maury
I don't know
Povich
how. I just
calling
want
it
to know
quits.
how are people going to know if that's their baby or not? I mean, I
I
don't know what we're
know.
going to do because he was
Someone
the
else
one
is.
that was.
You know, someone is gonna take that job. You know, someone's gonna jump in there and try to do something.
Did we lose Andrew?
You know, because
Yeah, he said he was leaving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He
all right.
typed in
David.
side chat. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Let me see.
hey, all right. Hey, as a little bit, 1,500 episodes. 1,500 episodes.
That's a lot.
Oh.
That is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
That is a lot of Trailer Park Girls.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
dang.
A lot.
Coming soon to Auburn's
A lot.
Already there. Already there, probably.
Christina Ricci is going to be in Netflix's new Wednesday series.
She was fantastic in Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, she was.
Yes, she was. Absolutely. Absolutely.
She's-
I'm just great in that. Yeah. Her, all of them were great. Her, all those girls were just
Yeah,
great.
Juliette Lewis as a
Great
drug
seeing
addict.
them.
Far stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love her.
Yeah.
Well,
So
as
do I.
a public service, I started watching the documentary Secrets of Playboy. You know,
Yeah.
but
Anything for anything for document. You're doing the
I'm
background work.
doing it
Thank
as a
you.
service to
Thank you.
help other
We
people
appreciate
out.
it.
So if you're looking to see things, don't worry, they pixelate it all out. So
So you can sit
There
down
you
with the
go.
kids and watch it.
yeah, ish.
Yeah.
Yes. I've almost.
what's this-
I'm all caught up on Severance. The Severance. I can't recommend it, but if you're bored and you want to watch a show that makes you go, "What? Huh?" And yeah, it does a lot of that. It's just one of those, almost like it reminds me of Lost. That first season when you're just going, "What?" Because yeah, this is it's all over the place, and you're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So it
I
may
think
take
there-
a couple seasons.
2 more episodes left this first season, right, Todd?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I'm waiting until they're all in the can before I start it because I
Yeah.
know I'm gonna have way too many questions.
Talk about being in the can. 50 Cent and Stars are having this. You know, they've been having a battle going on for some time right now because 50 Cent has that whole Power universe, and Stars really hasn't been programming the stuff right so that it would flow from when one show ends, at least they jump to the next one, and then the next one. Because I think that him and the rest of the team have been trying to work things that way so it would all flow, and I guess Stars didn't put it out that way, and it's just been a mess, and so they're yelling at each other, and I have a feeling that Stars is going to lose him. He's just going to say, I'll go somewhere else with this.
Yeah, but don't forget,
Stars
Disney bought out Stars. So
Well, yeah,
and,
they've had it though for a while.
I think 50 Cent doesn't want to go with Disney, so I think he's leaving.
I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him because that I could see Disney telling them, oh well, you can't say this. Just like how they did with Sons of Anarchy, and the other show there, the other
Yeah,
motorcycle show.
but that's why what they do is, I mean, Disney's Disney, but then what they do is put it on Hulu, like you
Yeah,
know, that's why you don't see Pam and Tommy on Disney. It's
yeah,
on Hulu.
yeah,
Well,
So I
it's
mean,
on Disney in the UK.
Hmm.
oh,
yeah.
Disney in the
I
UK,
think
but for
I
the
think
States,
Canada too. I think it's on
it's no. I can't.
It's not.
Well, I can't watch it. I haven't been able to see it on with mine for some reason. But Disney, my Disney app did change some of the. I'll have to look to see if it's on there now because they changed some of the uh, the ratings, the age thing on my app, and I get it
Hmm.
free through Verizon. So it was weird how
Right.
it would said that it was above my limit. Like it says, oh, you can't see it's above your
Hmm.
content limit. And I'm like, I go through
Oh,
and I'm like, I can watch anything. And I go through in the settings, I
right.
can watch anything. And then when it would say, oh, you can't see this. But I know that they just changed their interface on Disney. You had to reauthorize, and they a new
Oh
rating
wow.
system where you do a thing. So I need to go back and check it again now. Maybe I can see it on Disney. But
Hmm.
go ahead. All right, go ahead, bud.
On that the new Star Trek Strange New Worlds, there's a list out of all the major characters that are going to be there. So, like I know Lieutenant Uhura is going to be there, Spock, Kirk, Pike, a bunch of them. We got to keep our eyes open for
Yeah.
Strange New Worlds. It's gonna be pretty good.
Hey,
Everyone's favorite.
hold on
Yeah.
a second. Hold on a second. So I don't
Mhm.
miss C-Man's comment. NBA fans, winning times, the rise of the Lakers is excellent. C-Man said it was
Mhm.
excellent. And I guess DeBeach, you've seen this because I've thought about
yes,
watching it.
yeah. If you're an NBA fan, you know, and especially a Lakers fan, then you would enjoy the backstory, like Magic Johnson getting recruited and all that stuff. Um, I've watched the episodes, and yeah, I'm not a huge NBA fan, but it's not a bad show. I mean, John C. Riley's a good actor,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
so yeah,
So rise of the winning time, and this
winning
just
time. Mhm.
it just got released
Yeah.
within the
Yeah.
last week or
Yeah,
two.
just
It's not
released
long.
last week.
Yeah, I think they're like
it's
three
Yeah.
episodes
three
in.
episodes, and the
Yeah.
girl who's playing
Yeah.
Janine Buss is really good too. And
Okay.
the guy that's playing Magic is freaking awesome.
Mm. So that might be something for you guys to watch. All right, go ahead, Alvin. About our boy Nicolas Cage.
Our good friend Nicolas Cage.
A script you can't, a script you don't like.
Does he got dementia
yeah,
too?
he no, he paid off all of his video on demand films. You know, he's been he owed some money,
Yeah,
but he
yeah. That's
says he's
why they
never
said.
phoned it in.
Yes,
Well,
he
that's
did.
why they.
Yes, he did. I saw Pig. Come on.
I mean, that's what they said that
Pig
was one of
was
the
a good
reasons why
movie.
because they said that Nicolas Cage had a lot of debt, especially tax evasion, all
Yeah.
kinds of different stuff.
Hmm.
So they said that's why he was
Yeah.
making so many movies that he had to pay off debt. So being able to pay
Mhm.
off the debt with the VOD, so with basically all the crappy movies have paid off, he's able to now he's actually earning money for himself.
Gonna
So
do some.
hey,
Yeah.
now we're gonna get some good movies. Now,
Well,
these are when the
Now we're
scripts
gonna
coming
get some
in.
good movies.
if he stops all the frivolous bullshit, I'll
Mhm.
jump off his I hate Nick Cage bandwagon. Because he can act if he freaking tries. Raising Arizona's
Yeah.
freaking awesome. Leaving Las Vegas, awesome.
I'd like to see that one when it comes out where that movie where he's just playing himself.
Yeah.
I forget what the name is. We had like there was a little clip of that in Pop about a month or so ago where there's something coming out where Nick Cage is going to be playing himself.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Mhm.
First time I've said
Yeah,
that
yeah.
in a long time.
Yeah, I've seen that one coming out to Nick being Nick. Also just one other note from me here about that movie that Deep Water that was on the list.
Yep.
They're asking marriage counselors about how messed up is that couple. in that movie. So it really is one to watch for you guys. It's you really need to check it out. You really need to check it out.
Is
It
this
was
a movie we're
really,
gonna watch and then question our own marriage?
No,
Is that
wait.
what you're trying to tell us? We're gonna
No,
question our own marriage.
not that. No,
Be like,
no, you wouldn't
"Ah."
question your own marriage on it.
All right, so
You'd be
also,
just
all right,
like, you're
so
just gonna watch it and be like, what the hell? Yeah.
so what? Maybe we'll do like this. You watch Deep Water, and it's kind of like when you watch Hoarders. You don't feel so bad about your house being a mess when you watch Hoarders. So
You got
watch
that right.
Deep Waters. You watch
Yeah.
Deep Waters. You say our marriage is good, honey. What you
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? We ain't like that couple.
Well, when you mentioned Hoarders, you were pointing over at Aubin.
Yeah, right.
If the shoe fits, I'm just saying. We know his video collection.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Comic
Any
book
other
collection.
tidbits that you
No,
had found this
that's
week?
that's all
Okay.
for me. That's all for
Okay.
me. I just tried to run through them real quick so we could get
All right.
to everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm
Anybody?
sorry, everyone.
Any other TV shows, movies, anything that you guys have suggestions or?
Yeah, I just finished Mrs. Brown's Boys. Man,
Okay.
that is something. All the
Mrs. Brown
time.
Boys, and that's an English show.
Yeah.
It's an Irish show. It's not English. It's
Irish.
Irish.
All right. Well, Irish. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the first half of
I binged on it. It was good.
You got what was that, DeBeach? I heard you getting ready to say
no,
something.
I was to say the first half of the second season of Resident Alien ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they said they're coming back with new episodes this summer. So there's going to be a part 2 of it. And if you like humor and you've never watched it, that's on the list. I'd say give Resident Alien a try.
Because it's freaking hilarious.
It's funny and it's not real raunchy either. It's
Yeah.
not one of those. You can watch that with younger people, and you know you're not getting no bathroom humor in that. So it is funny, without being too vulgar.
Alan Tudyk.
One
is
I
amazing.
didn't mention any. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I didn't mention anything about and just like that one there from the what was it, the Sex and the City one there with Sarah Jessica Parker. They renewed that show, just so you guys know if anyone's watched it. I haven't watched it.
Don't care.
No.
Hey,
neither do I.
we did start a new TV show. Blue got started this yesterday or the day before. The End Game. If you like crime, twisty-turny, crime people that have thought 15 steps ahead and everything is laid out perfectly. If you're one of those kind of folks, you're going to love this because this is we've watched, I think 3 episodes we watched, and it is, you're just going,
That's
what?
an NBC one, right?
Yeah.
That's an NBC, correct?
Yeah, it's NBC.
Yeah, I think it's NBC. Yeah.
So yeah, it does say NBC.
That
so
girl's-
you might want to check it out.
The girl's really pretty. I didn't like the show. I don't like crime shows though. So
Yeah, you gotta like crime shows because and Blue likes these kind of shows, and
like crime shows.
because I was kind of like, because she likes Blacklists and different stuff like that, and I'm like,
Yeah, so do I.
But I watched this. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. I like the thought out, how they thought it out. So I'm gonna keep watching it. I'm seeing 6 episodes out. Looks like 6 episodes are out.
I see how many is on my Plex right now.
Yeah.
Anybody got into Samuel L. Jackson, The Last Days of Felon Grey?
No, haven't started it yet.
No, I didn't start it yet. And DMZ came out. That's got 4 episodes out there. Let's see.
Nobody ever got on the last episode of last season of Snowball?
I haven't started it yet.
That's
Gee,
got
you're
5
missing
yet.
all-
It's
you're missing
really good.
Oh, we could all be
No, I
talking
get-
about it every week if we watched it each week, but most of us will binge it.
Yeah.
Well,
All at one
I would
time.
like, while we're talking about shows, I would like to thank the BBC One for screwing up the last episode of Peaky Blinders.
Yes.
You know, right in the freaking 17 minutes into it, their signal freaking gets screwed up.
Really?
So,
Ooh.
oh yeah, well, yeah, if you got I'm making finger quotes, you can't see me because I have a filter on. Thank God, let's just say, thank God for web rips, because the web rips don't screw up.
No.
The live broadcast was.
Yeah.
So thank you, BBC One.
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't pay their bill.
Yeah, somebody didn't pay their telephone their TV tax.
Nice.
Didn't pay for their
Yeah.
TV license.
Well, I mean, it's bad at the end when the show ends and an announcer comes in. We'd like to apologize.
Ooh, that's sad.
Yeah, when they come on and they admit to their screw up, and I'm you.
Wow, that's someone lost the job if someone had to do that.
Yeah.
Someone definitely lost their job.
All right, hey, we're at like 22 minutes after. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this part. We'll go.
All right.
If Aubin wants to do an after show via Telegram, I don't know if he's gonna do that.
I'll do it here in
Well, yeah, but I mean, you'll post the link in Telegram. And
yeah. I'll post it in Telegram.
So we'll post a link to.
I don't know how long I'm
StreamYard.
gonna stay on. I'm hungry today.
Well, you need to get caught up with your VR stuff too. So.
Well, I listen. I still can't even. I'm so far behind with stuff because I'm watching so many movies and trying to catch. Hey, listen. Just because I'm not a golf master like you, able to spend some time out on the links, and roll around in my chair and play golf all day. I wish I could.
Dang, shots fired, huh?
I'm afraid.
No, I told him.
I'm afraid to call him.
Yeah, well, he said tomorrow. Roger is my witness.
Yeah.
He said tomorrow.
I'll even say it again now.
He was gonna try. I told him it's gonna rain here tomorrow, so my ass won't be going anywhere. I said, hit me up on Telegram, and I'll take him in and break his cherry on freaking walkabout golf.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and hey, if I'm around, because I do have to go out for lunch, but if I'm around, I'll jump in.
Okay.
So being a plexaholic ain't easy.
I know you guys are just gonna make fun of me. Trying
we won't.
to play this.
Yeah, we will.
You guys know every whole form. I know
make fun of each other.
Hitting balls or something, and you're gonna make a mockery of me.
We'll help you find the balls.
Yeah, you believe when you see us playing, you'll see that all of us ain't so good. I mean, I am. I'm
not good.
But,
I'm not good.
I am awesome.
Okay.
But...
I'll kick your ass in Demio though.
Yeah.
I know. I've heard that. I don't even want to load that one yet because I hear all kinds of stuff. Everyone talking about Demio and having to have the new update and how great Roger is at this thing. And everyone else playing it and getting killed.
It's just because I'm a total dweeb.
Yeah, he's a nerd. We all got our nerd hats, and some of us, some of us wear the Marvel nerd or comic book nerd, and Roger has multiple nerd hats that he can throw on.
I just got a big nerd thingy.
Yeah, he's got the Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
I mean, he was beat up in school a lot, so now it's paying off that he was.
No, I was not. I boxed all through school. I was a boxer. I was not getting beat up.
Okay.
I'm not Dungeons and Dragons. I'll show you some dragons. These are the dragons. All right, so let's go ahead and close this up. So thanks for you guys watching. Next week's movie was Nitram. 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 So we got that going on next week, and I think I'm going to have a show on Friday. So if that all goes according to plan, I'll have a show Friday, and we'll see you guys then. Anything, Beach? Anything you want to say before we roll?
No. And the web only shoots out of me one spot. And it ain't my race.
Oh my God, he had to go there. Eddie, I'm glad Eddie's down there beside him.
Yeah, and I got to watch out for those spiders. Good show.
Yeah, just keep your mouth shut. All right, Roger, what do you think you want to say before we go?
I want to say that it was fun having Andrew and Blue back, and thank you for the invite. And that's it. Good show, boys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Roger. Alban, anything you want to say before we go?
I just want to thank Blue and Andrew for coming on. I really miss them. It was so good to see them. Always, anytime. There's no need. It's not even like I have to say, oh well, let's just say that to get them to come on. Anytime you want, just
Yeah,
jump in
they know.
if you got 2 seconds. No, no, really.
Mhm.
Todd. This got injected into me of being on this show. I came on this show because of
Yeah,
those two.
yeah,
I like
I
I like
remember.
you too. But
Yeah,
I came on because of them. And it was like okay, because you were from the States, but now here I am. I don't have yeah, sure you're a Canadian now. But
No,
she
Freaking
was she was
expat.
she was she
no,
right. She was my resident Canadian, and
Mhm.
she left me. Out
Yeah.
doing all of her building and staining and all that other good stuff. And Andrew, I love him dearly. He really cracks me up. I always wish him the best. For anything you do, Andrew, we're always here for you.
yeah.
And everyone else, thank you so much because this makes my Wednesdays and Fridays a week. I have a blast with you guys. All right,
It's good, Tim.
thanks.
You're good, and I agree. I totally agree with both of them being on the show. It was great to have them on, and they know the doors open, and sometimes it's you get out of the rhythm, and sometimes
Yeah, I
you get tired of
understand.
the grind. So we'll see what
Hmm.
happens. So at least
Yeah.
Blue's laptop is fixed, so
Yep.
we don't have that as a
Hmm.
reason. So
Yeah.
thanks for everybody watching, and again, thanks for everybody hanging out with us, watching these movies with us, voting, and we'll see what we got to watch for next week. I'm looking forward to this movie, so we'll see you guys on Wednesday.